Hey, I'm Shane, and today I'm going to talk about the exotic machine gun called Super Good Advice in Destiny. In this video, as usual, I'll compare the stats of the weapon, look at the skill tree, and I'll talk about my opinion on the gun. But, first of all, you get the gun by doing the exotic bounty called A Voice in the Wilderness. So this is completely up to random chance. I've done this bounty a few times, and it's the one I'll choose if I get the exotic bounties to choose from. It's probably the easiest one to do in the game, because you don't have to go in the Crucible. I'll talk about the looks of the gun. Super Good Advice is overall a very cool looking weapon. It has 3 barrels, a red and white finish with the black metal on it, and it's kind of like a weapon that would be belonging to New Monarchy. But it doesn't feel like this weapon was really fully complete before the game came out. Other exotic weapons have unique animations to them sometimes, and a very unique design with bones or something on it. This weapon just lacks all that. It doesn't even have any animations for the 3 barrels. You just fire out of the top one. The sound for the weapon though is very cool, and I like the very crisp, rapid firing sound to it, but it is still kind of fell short of the other weapons in the game. The sight also for the weapon may not necessarily best suited for it. It's like an ACOG scope, and it doesn't have a far zoom, but it's definitely not perfect to use because this weapon cannot fire very far with its low stability and impact. So you'll have a tricky time playing with it. But I'll move on to the skill tree now. The Super Good Advice does solar damage, and it's a heavy weapon obviously, so it takes up that slot. And it's pretty middle of the road for machine guns as far as stability versus impact is. It's not like the Thunderlord though, which has the very high impact and low rate of fire. This weapon's going to be much faster firing than other high impact machine guns. And the ammo capacity used to be much smaller, but Bungie buffed it up to 58, which is very solid, and you won't find yourself running into issues with ammo with this weapon. The first 3 upgrades are the recoils, and I'll compare those later in the video. Then you unlock crowd control, which is allowing you to get bonus damage after you kill an enemy. This works well with the Super Good Advice, especially with its high rate of fire. Next one you have are the 3 you can choose from, and then that single point sling, which allows you to move faster and switch weapons faster. Hand loaded, which allows you to fire the weapon at extended range, so just farther range. And then flared magwell, which allows you to reload the weapon faster. All of these are great, but they're not really incredible. So you can choose any one of them and you won't have an issue with them. I use the extended range from hand loaded, but that's pretty useless because this gun's not great at a far range anyways because it's very inaccurate. The last upgrade is pretty cool. It's called the Super Good Advice, and almost all the shots that you fire and miss the target with will return to your magazine. And this procs very often. I'll have a clip in the background during this to show you how long you can actually fire for. But the perks on the weapon don't really complement this, though the crowd control does to an extent. You want to be hitting enemies. This is more like a handicap perk, because this gun's very inaccurate, and it's just going to allow you to save ammo that you miss. It's not going to benefit you though in the long term, so I don't really love it. It's just very cool that you get so much ammo back. The 3 upgrades for the recoil are smooth ballistics, which is most balanced on the right, soft ballistics in the middle, which gives you the most range, and then CQB ballistics, which gives you the most stability. In this video I'm trying to control the recoils, but the difference between them is very marginal, and I go with CQB ballistics because it's just easier to control. So now I'll rant about my opinion on the gun, and I really want to love this weapon. Holding it feels nice, the sound is so sharp and responsive, and the fact that you get so much ammo back is just really cool. But the whole point of firing a weapon is to hit targets, and I don't want to be missing and just getting my ammo back. I want to get bonus for hitting people, getting ammo back. It's not great, and I'm only seeing this benefit from this perk every few shots I miss, and even then it's not 100% chance I'm going to get them back, so there's no real point to it. I understand you can't have a perfect ammo coming back because you could just fire the gun forever and probably find an exploit that way. Online I tried using this gun for 10 maybe 20 games and I could not get any kills. It was very difficult online. I was getting killed by shotguns and just getting mowed down by auto rifles and stuff, just because I couldn't take people down at mid-range where ideally I want to be using a machine gun. And I did get some solid kills, and if you want to use this weapon, it is possible. It just I'm not able to use it, and I did not have a good time doing it. So you can try it because it's a pretty easy weapon to get once you get the bounty. So you might as well try it out online, and you don't need the final perk in order to make it effective, because crowd control will be useful, but having the ammo coming back to your magazine most likely won't make that big of a difference in your gameplay. And you probably might be better off with a legendary machine gun in the Crucible and using another slot for your exotic. The best use of super good advice for me is just going in low level patrol missions or something, and this gun lends itself to a very carefree playstyle. You can just run around and spray at people, and you don't need to care about missing, because it doesn't matter, because you'll get the ammo back. And chances are you'll find enough heavy ammo to keep yourself going with this weapon, because it does have quite a large capacity. The thing with this weapon is I wish there's just a few things added to it, like I wish you had the perk on other heavy weapons to allow you to pick up more ammo when you get heavy ammo. That way this weapon would actually feel a little bit more unique. Or if you had something like having an animation on the weapon itself of having a little display that gave you super good advice, or the weapon talking to you. I know that'd take a lot of production, but from a company that's gained so much money from this game and so many people are still playing it, I think it might benefit from that. It's too bad that it's nothing more. But anyways, I do like this weapon. I do recommend you doing the bounty for it, just to have it mainly because it's cool, but you don't expect to be getting a game-changing weapon with this. Anyways, as usual, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, just drop them below and I'll try to answer them. And please consider subscribing if you like this video, and maybe check out my other gun reviews. It helps out. And thanks for watching though, and I hope you have a great day.